New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, as the party's leader, Alhaji Rabiu Kwankwaso, has now been suspended by the Board of Trustees for actions that were deemed a violation of the party's constitution.
This was made known at a General Assembly meeting held in Lagos, where some acting board members who were recently elected were also inaugurated and presented to the party. Bernard Akede was at the Board of Trustees General Assembly meeting and filed in this report.
The Board of Trustees decided that material evidence in the public sector affirmed that Senator Kwankwaso was involved in anti-party activities in various meetings, suggests political discussion with Mr. President Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi without authorization from the board, has earned him 6-month suspension.
That was a statement suspending engineer Rabiu Kwankwaso for 6 months for his involvement in what was termed anti-party activities. Kwankwaso, who is a former governor of Kano State, has long been regarded as the party's national leader and was the party's presidential candidate in the last election. According to the members, the Board of Trustees had a prolonged overnight meeting where the activities of Kwankwaso and some other party members were assessed and conclusions drawn. Some of them include that the board found that the party constitution had been amended severally without due process by a clique of individuals within the system. About 8 states were unceremoniously dissolved by the current National Working Committee. To this end, the National Working Committee has been declared incompetent. The National Working Committee can no longer perform its role and is no longer relevant. The board moved that engineer Rabiu Kwankwaso will no longer be referred to as a national leader. The Board of Trustees decided that material evidence proved that Kwankwaso was found in questionable political activities, which has earned him 6 months suspension. After the communique was read out, a set of acting new board members were inaugurated and sworn in and are now expected to swing into action.
We have had a rebirth of the New Nigerian People's Party, the NNPP, and you have seen that we are talking about issues that pertains about the life of the masses here, and issues that pertain about the party structure and itself. And there's nothing that is above or superior than the constitution of an organization. And you can see that within the contents of our resolution, we have told you that our constitution had been tempered with by some cliques and some individuals.
Because of how large or how difficult it is to take some of the decisions we took, that is why it took us from yesterday to today morning, and we're able to come with an enormous resolution that you have had the Secretary of the New Nigerian People's Party just read some few minutes ago, and that is our stand.
And with the inauguration of these new acting Board of Trustees members of the New Nigerian People's Party, the drama that is existing within the party continues. And now they are saying that the group that is with Alhaji Rabiu Kwankwaso are not recognized anymore, and that this is the new working committee, new Board of Trustees that the parties will be recognizing. Whether or not this will have an effect on the faction that's working with Alhaji Rabiu Kwankwaso remains to be seen. But one thing is certainly for sure, the drama within this party has not ended just yet. Bernard Akede, reporting for News Central.
All right, thanks to Bernard Akede for that report. It's updates on what's going on with the NNPP. Of course, other stories regarding that same conversation show that it seems that the people, I think his name is Agbo Major, who of course is the one of those who, of course, who were suspended, Rabiu Kwankwaso, have now been suspended by, also the NNPP in a meeting that was held in the Federal Capital Territory. Agbo Major and Dr. Boniface, Aniebonam, and a couple of others have been expelled, I beg your pardon, by the party. Of course, that was information coming in yesterday after Rabiu Kwankwaso's suspension for 6 months. It seems to be a little chaos in the party.
When I hear about anti-party activities, I usually would wonder what it is. So he cannot have a conversation with his president?
But I mean, I think it's really just, for example, people have also mentioned Nyesom Wike,
Yeah,
a couple of others.
Nyesom
carrying
Wike
out
is the
party
primary
activities. So
example.
there might be actual things that they have heard or they've seen that, the NNPP leader has done that don't align with what the NNPP stands for. It's left for them to decide that. But the question, of course, is, are these persons really Board of Trustees members of the NNPP? Or are they just a group of people who, are members of the NNPP who are, claiming? And of course, another thing is, the NNPP normally is a party that is mostly popular in Kano State. Having a Board of Trustees meeting in Lagos, in Apapa, doesn't sound very, very, I don't know. It just sounds
in Nigeria,
off.
we have a lot of meetings in Nigeria, in London, a lot of our politicians.
Yes,
so.
I agree. But it still sounds a little off, because of, and then of course the counter meeting that was held, was held in Abuja. So we will see how the next couple of days turns out. There's also rumors that there's okay, I don't want to say that.
Let's not trade rumors. But yeah, it's politics. I don't think that there's anything particularly surprising here. Like they say, one of my favorite quotes, there are no permanent friends or permanent enemies, just permanent interests.
But it's important to mention that Rabiu Kwankwaso has been the one who has made the NNPP, I believe, and I think I can say that, he's been the one who's made the NNPP what it is today. He is the one who has basically carried the NNPP seemingly on its back for the last couple of weeks or years. And of course, God gave them, the victory in Kano State.